Honorable members, welcome to GEMA webinar. We are privileged to have among us Mr. Pahul Gupta as the speaker from the industry. Mr. Pahul Gupta is a seasoned technology professional with over 20 years at Trident Information Systems Pvt. Limited, currently serving as principal consultant. With deep expertise in solution consulting, process manufacturing, retail, and distribution, he has played a pivotal role in helping clients across industries identify, design, and implement tailored ERP and business solutions. Mr. Paul's extensive experience in expand understanding complex business requirements, aligning them with the right technology stack, and delivering value-driven outcomes. His consultative approach, combined with a strong technical foundation, has consistently supported Trident's position as a trusted Microsoft Dynamic partner. I invite our knowledge partner to start knowledge share. Over to you, Mr. Muna.
Thank you for the brief introduction about us. Hi, my name is Sandar. I head the sales for Trident. In the due course of today's session, we would be covering a small introduction about Trident, and then Pahul will take it forward for the introduction, what ERP is all about, what Microsoft as an ecosystem is all about, what is the product that Microsoft offers for organizations like yours, and then we will be open for a Q&A session, which would be, the entire session is approximately for 45 minutes, what me and Pahul will take over, and then 15 minutes we have kept for the Q&A session. I'll just brief you quickly in one single slide what Trident is all about. So we are leading Microsoft partners in India with our operations spread across 4 continents: India, Middle East, Africa, US, and UK. And we have been doing a lot of implementations around manufacturing, retail. As a business segment is concerned, we have done more than 250 implementations of the ERP and associated softwares for the organizations like yours, which are into manufacturing of various things, including the food, apparel, automotive components, your discrete and process manufacturing organizations. Retail had been one big area that we have focused into, and we have the privilege to work one of the, amongst the top 2 airports in the world, one of the largest steel manufacturing company in Africa, and a world's top retail chain for the ERP implementation as the solution to be. As a solution, we typically deal into Microsoft's business application segment of the solution, which includes ERP, CRM, which includes analytics solutions or artificial intelligence solutions. We typically do consulting, we do implementation, we do migration, and post that, once we have done with the solution deployment, support is another part that we cater to all of our organizations. We have certain customers which are as old as 20 years being associated with us, where we have been providing support 24/7, 365 days on ERP typically. What we call at ERP as business applications, which is the core area that we will be discussing today during our session in this webinar. We are partners with Microsoft, we are partners with Salesforce, we are partners with IBM and associated solutions which are bolt on to the Microsoft stack of ERP solution. As a team, we are more than 200 people, which are spread across various geographies of this world and supporting customers all across the globe. That is a small introduction. Our major focus is to let you know what ERP is all about and what Microsoft has in offerings for from the ERP segment. So over to Pahul to take up the further discussion.
Thanks, Sangha. Thanks, Rekha, for set up the floor right. So, very, very good evening, good afternoon to all the gentlemen, ladies who are part of this call today. So, today, like, the agenda will be why we need an ERP and how ERP can help into the ethanol manufacturing industry. So, being into this industry from long and specifically into a process manufacturing industry. So, be it food process manufacturing, be it pharmaceutical manufacturing industry, be all different kind of process manufacturing industries. So, there are some typical challenges in the industry. So, probably my pitch will be more towards in today's world is like one, yes, ERP is important, but why the new age ERP is important, where the lot of AI is happening, a lot of analytics is happening, and how we can use those concepts into our business to automate a lot of our process, improve efficiencies, and bring all those things. As we are dealing in today's world, so there will be a lot of still we are using a lot of legacy system, multiple ERP platforms, multiple books of accounts, some small tailored solutions, which is managing some financials, which is managing some inventory. Still, we are doing a lot of reporting onto our Excel sheets. There's a lot of data, and AI is the key conversation which is happening these days, because there's a lot of data that we are generating, be it into your supply, be it in your planning, be it in your compliance reporting. So there will be a lot of data that we are generating, and all those data generating from different legacy system, be it our financial system, be it our inventory system, be it our different kind of competitive analysis, what we are doing outside the systems into different kind of reporting structures. We are still using a lot of adequate and inadequate tools to, which is not meeting the growing complexity of the business. Still, we are using a lot of Excel sheets in terms of generating our data, reporting our data, where we, as a management, we never know what is our source of truth of that particular data. Is that truth which is represented by my team, is that particular data is 100% correct, or there's a ambiguity, or there's an error? And being in a today's world, being a changing world order, there's a lot of regulatory compliance which is coming up. There's a lot of demands. There's a supply constraint which is coming up due to all those regulatory compliance. And by using a new age ERP, we can control all those things. I also discuss in my next few slides some of the challenges, like what as an industry we are facing specifically into a supply chain. There's a widespread shortages in terms of raw materials, in terms of our demand. So when we're talking about, like, probably the primary factor for your manufacturing will be an corn, and that will be totally depending on to the farmers. There will be a lot of regulatory changes that comes around it, and how to manage those demands, how to manage those shortages, how to plan what is required, when is it is required, how the system can help you to do the pre-purchasing process in terms of contract farming, in terms of identifying the complete processes around what is the quality of the corns they are growing, in terms of their soil, their temperatures, their climate, all those things which can bring a lot of insight into it. Cost increase in terms of your labor, your energy, your capacity, production cost, all factors are impacting onto the business. Then there will be a lot of delays in terms of deliveries, a logistic challenge. And there are multiple areas where there, there's a multiple areas which is impacting and bringing a swing into our supply and creating a demand gap. To overcome all these challenges, so we, being a partner for Microsoft Fertility, we bring a portfolio of a Microsoft ERP, which will bring all those functions together into a tightly integrated platform, help you to manage all your needs in terms of bringing into a one comprehensive solution that can bring you a growth, bring you a control, bring you a compliance, into a one single piece, be it your financial controlling, be it your AR, AP, cash, bank, all will be managed together seamlessly, be it your financial reporting, balance sheet, all your supply demand gaps, all your supply chain needs, all your operations in terms of your manufacturing, your production, and bring a lot of uh, new age reporting, analytics, and infuse of AI, which help you to do a lot of work, lot of processes into a more efficient and into a more better way of doing. So some of the key features or principles that derive our supply chain journey from a Microsoft platform. So first of all, like I'll focus on to the three areas in terms of optimization into your supply chain, optimization onto your warehouse and management, and optimization into your manufacturing process. So in terms of your supply chain optimization, it will improve your suppliers or your farmer engagement. It will help you to control what they are supplying, what time they are supplying, what delays we are happening in terms of their quality, in terms of your creditability, in terms of their payment. You get a complete holistic view of your inventory, what is available, what is in transit, what is coming, what are orders all in align. It will also predict your replenishment needs in terms of your raw material, in terms of your some chemicals, your tools, inventory. All those things will be predicted by a solution using an AI capability. It will also help you to improve your storage facility in terms of organizing into a more better streamlined way by doing a batch controlling, traceability, complete traceability of your processes, your products, which will also help you into your regulatory compliance. It will help you to organize your receiving and storage capacity. Then in terms of optimizing your manufacturing process, so first of all, it will help you to produce using whatever the constraints you have in terms of your capacity, in terms of your labor, in terms of your raw material. You can create a lot of detailed recipes, bill of materials. You system also support byproduct handling in terms of all kind of solubles that you are generating or distilled grains that you are generating or any kind of CO2 that you are generating. So it can help you to control, track all your byproduct and help you to sell those byproduct into a more efficient and more controlled way. It will also optimize your product cost, finished product cost, semi-finished product cost, and your byproduct cost. Solution will also give you a monitoring onto your energy consumptions and overhead and give you an opportunity to optimize, like how I can optimize my energy at a certain process, how I can optimize my manpower or my labor into a certain process. What is my planned energy consumption? What is my actual energy consumption? What is my planned manpower cost? What is my actual manpower cost? Where those variances coming? Is it due to some predictive maintenance, preventive maintenance, breakdowns, or any fault into the machines? So it will give us an opportunity to optimize and reduce our energy consumptions. Then when we're talking about the solution entirely, so it's very, very rapid to deploy and onboard the solution. We can start from small and we can grow as per the needs or as per the growth of an organization. We can deploy, start deploying the solution within a very short time frame, starting from 2 to 3 months, and then gradually grow as per the needs and requirement. You can harness your data everywhere. You can use the solution on the mobiles, on the iPad, all your applications, third-party applications, your GST compliance, your statutory compliance will get aligned with the solution. Any kind of your third-party solutions that you're using will be aligned. All your Office framework, be it Excel, be it Word, be it PowerPoint, will be aligned with the solutions. Your emails will be aligned to the solution. So all your data will be harnessed into a Microsoft ecosystem and the Pertinity. Solution is specifically modular and purpose-built. It is like specifically designed for certain industry segments, specifically for the process manufacturing industry. And we can extend capabilities in terms of some specific process, which is very prominently used into the ethanol manufacturing industry. So those processes we have purpose built in terms of quality control, in terms of your complete quality assurance, in terms of your batch tracking, your lot tracking, in terms of your asset management or your plant and maintenance, your preventive maintenance, predictive maintenance. And it will bring a complete transformation by giving a one single platform, one single solution, where your complete team will collaborate into a one single environment, be it your finance, be it your procurement, be it your operations team. Everyone will be seamlessly talking and connecting and using the solutions. Now, as we discussed, like Microsoft Dynamics 365 platform will help you to manage and control all your operations, be it around your finance, be it around your supply chain, be it around your operations, productions, quality control. All those things will be working seamlessly, which is any traditional ERP will bring as a capability, and Microsoft will bring those capability into a more enhanced way. So along with this, one is there's a need to have an ERP. The another thing is there's a need to have a more agile and AI infused ERP, which as a Microsoft platform we are offering. So I'll talk about some of the use case, which probably currently how we are managing and how AI can optimize those areas. Specifically into the finance and specifically into the operations. So these are the two areas where we'll be talking about some of the use case in today's session and see what all areas you can correlate within your business and you can infuse AI to optimize and enhance those use cases. So first of all, when we're talking about Microsoft as a platform, so it will give you a edge in terms of bringing operational profitability. It will help you to reduce time in generating your forecast, generating your planning, generating your reconciliation, generating your reporting, improve efficiency in a lot of your process, be it your supplier management, be it your customer management, and then overall business performance in terms of summarizing your collections, summarizing your payables, bringing more alignment in terms of your variance, your production variance, your yield variance, your consumption variance, give you more insight why those variances are happening. Is it because of some fault? Is it because of some equipment fault? Is it because of some labor fault? We can bring all those insight to it, and also bring up agility in terms of building the working environment across that. I'll talk about some of the use cases around finance. Hello. I got a message that my screen is not visible. Is it for all of you or?
Well, I can see the screen which talks about finance. I'm able to see.
Yeah, this is
it's okay now. Yeah, go ahead.
Is visible, sir.
Thank you. So I'll discuss about some of the key use cases into the finance.
So please continue.
Okay. So if you see, like currently what we are doing as an organization, as a business, generally in terms of record to report, there will be a lot of delayed payment, invoice processing. Everything will be going into a more process where we will be recording all those data. We will be passing those information into a more manual way to our suppliers, our invoicing, our cash flow. There will be a lot of manual reconciliation is happening, which is highly error prone. There will be a fragmenting financial reporting in terms of data is available into your financial accounting system or into your Excel sheet, and then we will be consolidating the data from a multiple sources, bringing into an Excel sheet, defining and designing a balance sheet, P&L, doing all your ratio analysis onto it. So there will be a lot of resilience in terms of record to report. There will be a lot of challenges in forecast to planning. Currently, our forecast is highly static in terms of what we have purchased basis onto a trend. There will be no seasonality into it. There won't be any, we are not considering any kind of statutory changes, regulatory changes, a lot of manual and inefficient process that we are bringing into our forecast. In terms of order to cash, there will be no tracking in terms of why we are losing a deal, pricing strategies, customer service, delayed revenue recognition, which is impacting overall cash flows. Now, by bringing an EI, so all those things are happening before we are having a cloud or a ERP or a AI-based ERP. Now, when we are moving to the new age ERP, so there will be a lot of improvement that we are bringing into a scenario. If we're talking from a report scenario, there will be a lot of automation that we can bring into an API. We can have a risk management assessment. Then we have a predictive cash flow, which will give a prediction, okay, based on these factors, these permutations, this is how our cash flow will look like in the next 1 month, in the next 2 months. And those factors are very, very dynamic, considering all your seasonalities, all your weather-related changes, all your regulatory changes, all your compliance-related changes. There will be a lot of automation into a reconciliation of your suppliers, reconciliations of your customers. There will be a accelerated in terms of closing of your month-end inventory, month-end financial book. So you will be having a probably, let's say, your end of a month, probably generally you guys are getting your end of month report in a week's time or a 2 weeks time, and a financial year closing and a quarterly year closing, it will take months to generate your final balance sheet and audited sheets. So by using an AI, it will be accelerated to an extent, like probably at a next day we can have a month-end reporting, and probably in a week's time we have a quarter-end reporting or a week year-end reporting. A lot of automation onto a text calculation, filing, in compliance into a regulation, and the financial reporting. In terms of your forecasting, will bring a lot of changes in terms of your financial performance, your financial forecasting, your budgeting, your variance analysis, and resource planning. So all those flavor of your regulatory compliance, seasonality will bring into your forecast, your payment delays, your predictive analysis of your cash flows will bring all those into your cash flow forecasting, your budgeting. And then in terms of your order to cash scenario, you can have a dynamic pricing, optimization of your quotations. Your interaction with the customer will increase because there will be a lot of automation that you can bring in. You can bring chat agents to the solutions where your customer interaction and customer service can be dealt in. Your order fulfillment will be aligned. You can come at the right dates, right times to your customer when your order will be ready. And payment forecasting will also help in terms of bringing back to my budgeting and my cash flow forecasting. Now, some specific scenario from our operation side of it. So, if you're talking about from our operations, what we are doing today before having an AI-based ERP, and what probably we can achieve after we'll be having an AI-based ERP. So typical scenarios in terms of inventory, management of your inventory. So a lot of inaccurate inventory, in a lot of challenges in terms of inventory visibility, inefficient warehousing, transportation process. We are not able to manage the EOQs or economic order quantities and inventory levels. In terms of payable side of it, we are not able to predict our supplier risk in terms of inefficient deliveries, onboarding, performance, and what kind of spend analysis we are doing for a particular. It's more of a reactive approach that we are generating with our or dealing with our suppliers, like in terms of their deliveries, in terms of their quality of a product. So now all those things we can bring into a more proactive approach. And then it also helps in terms of our production capabilities, in terms of like which product to be produced, how we can optimize our energy efficiency, how we will optimize our labor efficiency, how we'll increase our capacity and throughput. So some of the use cases that we can bring from an AI in terms of inventory management, first of all and foremost, is it will bring a real-time inventory visibility. It will optimize inventory across different channels, be it your warehouses, be it your factory. It will also help you to enable real-time visibility onto your transportation, optimize your scheduling and loads. Then in terms of procure to pay or source to pay, it will help you to mitigate supplier risks, generate actionable insight onto your supplier, what kind of visibility I'm giving to my supplier, what kind of profit sharing I'm doing with my supplier, what kind of business handling I'm doing with my supplier. Help your vendor management, collaboration in terms of your contract management, invoicing, payment, and overall supplier performance. When we're talking about from a production cycle, it will help us to give a complete visibility onto our floor, what is happening, what parameters are correct, what parameters are not correct, give you a complete integrated environment in terms of all your machines will be connected, give you connected workflows, improve throughout quality, what quality checks at the time of inwards, quality check during in-process, quality check in terms of while you're shipping a material, automate your uptimes, automate your production, eliminate all different kind of stockouts by predefining your forecasting, improve your scheduling, improve your maintenance. It will bring a lot of predictive maintenance capability where you can, system will help you to predict when you need to take this particular machine down. So you have a knowns instead of a lot of unknowns, which will help you into your production. So, gentlemen, this is a brief about why we need an ERP or why we need a new age ERP into our business, which will help us to grow. If you have any questions, we will be open the floor for the Q&A. So I guess we are 10 minutes early for this. And
so if any of the team members have questions, you may please go ahead and ask now.
Yeah, hi, this is M. Mitra. Good afternoon. So can you please brief regarding the wastage management in Dynamics?
So, Mr. Mitra, not only wastage, it will consider all your byproducts while defining your recipes into the system. So you can define what all kind of byproducts, what all kind of wastages you are anticipating, and at which stage you are anticipating those wastage, and system will record your consumptions accordingly. It will also give you a complete handling onto your byproduct, which all different byproducts you are generating at different processes and at what level you are generating.
Okay.
Hi, I am Vyasan here. Just would like to understand how the system can help in monitoring fermentation and distillation efficiency in ethanol manufacturing.
So, Mr. Vyasan, there's multiple ways for handling it. So in terms of fermentation and distillation process, so Business Central can connect your complete equipments, and it will capture all the real-time metrics in terms of temperature, in terms of quality, and in terms of all the uh, fermentation processes, which will help you to define like how my fermentation process is going, if any change needs to be bring in. So all those things will be recorded as an historical data and the current data structure for all my job orders.
Okay. Thanks for the clarification.
Yeah. This is Harsh. I also had a question. I wanted to know if this would be able to handle, GST, excise, or if there are any taxation compliances or requirements with the ethanol industry.
Yes, Harsh. So the Microsoft Dynamics system is localized for all the Indian statutory compliance, be it GST, be it TDS, TCS, all kind of statutory compliance are pre-aligned with Microsoft Dynamics.
Okay.
Sir,
Okay.
how the system, I hear Sunil Kocheta, how the system will be helpful in managing the quality control of the maize?
So, Sunilji, like we as a system, we provide a complete quality control module where you can capture all different specification and parameters of a product. If you're talking about inverts, so we can capture all different kind of parameters, like what kind of, it be a quantitative parameter or be it a qualitative parameters in terms of crop quality, in terms of their weight, in terms of dust, in terms of all those things. You can capture it towards the inverts for your raw materials, and then you can define on what basis on what certain let's say your dust is allowances, let's say 7% or 8%. If it is exceeding a certain percent, then you can define it as a quality A, quality B, quality C. If quality A will be approved, quality B can be go with the process or some reduction into a cost, and quality C will be rejected and returned back to the customer or renegotiated onto the price. In terms of in process where your production is happening, then you can create a multiple samples. You can check the quality of the sample in terms of visual analysis, in terms of quantitative analysis and qualitative analysis, and you can capture all those parameters. You can define the tolerance of each specification parameters, and basis on that, system will give you a alignment. Is a particular sample is pass your quality result, particular sample not passing your quality result, and those quality parameters can be specific to a product, can be specific to a product for a specific customer also.
And this is useful for the fuel also, like coal and bagasse.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's a you can quality parameters has to be defined into the system basis onto the all the raw materials, all the semi-finished products, all the processes that we are doing. Basis when we are implementing a solution, that time we'll capture what all quality parameters you are capturing at a each material, at a fuel, at a coal, or at a corn level, or at a in process ethanol level. So what all parameters you are capturing?
Okay. Okay. And is it online?
Yes.
Means this is online results
it's an online platform. You can use the solution from anywhere, everywhere, be it from any device, your iPhone, Android phone, tablets, laptop, all things are supported.
Good. Good.
So typically, this product is a SaaS-based product being offered by Microsoft. Everything has been managed by Microsoft, security, database, storage, everything managed by Microsoft. You use it as you open it up in a web browser, and all the users can do their data entry and reporting activities and get the desired results from there.
Right.
Pahul, there is a query from Mr. Devavati which says, how does the ERP support batch-wise traceability from raw material to finished ethanol?
So, Mr. Devoti, so at the time when we are sourcing a material, we are tracking all the materials with a batch. It all depends on the organization need, what products they want to control with the batch, with the expiry, with the lot number. System support all first in, first out, or a first expire, first out mechanism. And all those batch tracking and traceability will go till the finished product. And we have a complete mechanism. You can trace back for this particular finished product. These all
Hindi
semi-finished
translation.
products are used, or these are raw material are used, and these raw material are generated from a.
Pahul, there is a request if we can, go ahead in Hindi as well, if it is. हिंदी
Sorry?
में अगर आप इसका आंसर हिंदी में भी दे सके तो
जरूर. सो सिस्टम के अंदर जब भी हम कोई भी रॉ मटेरियल खरीदते हैं या कोई भी फिनिश प्रोडक्ट बनाते हैं या सेमी फिनिश प्रोडक्ट बनाते हैं, हर स्टेज के ऊपर हम बैच को, एक्सपायरी को और लॉट को कंट्रोल करके चलते हैं. और जब भी हमारी कोई भी मूवमेंट होती है हमारे वेयर हाउस से हमारे शॉप फ्लोर के ऊपर, वो सारे के सारे बैच की कंट्रोलिंग की मूवमेंट रहती है. फिनिश प्रोडक्ट में कौन सा रॉ मटेरियल यूज हुआ, कौन सा सेमी फिनिश प्रोडक्ट यूज हुआ, उस सेमी फिनिश प्रोडक्ट किस सप्लायर से खरीदा था, किस डेट में खरीदा था, किस बैच में खरीदा था, हमारे पे पूरा का पूरा उसका बैक ट्रैक रहता है. अलॉन्ग विद दैट, उस बैच का, उस लॉट का, अगर सप्लायर का कोई क्वालिटी चेक है, कोई एश्योरेंस सर्टिफिकेट है, कोई क्यूए एनालिसिस सर्टिफिकेट है, तो वो भी हम सारे के सारे इसमें ट्रैक कर सकते हैं.
Pahul,
there are multiple scenario where AI can help us. As I shared some of the examples, so it can help you in your bank reconciliation, it can help you into your customer ledger reconciliation, it can help you into vendor reconciliation, it can help you into your forecasting, it can help you into your demand generation and planning, it can help you into your inventory visibility, it can help you into your plant maintenance in terms of your predictive maintenance, preventive maintenance. So there are n number of use cases that we can bring into an ERP using an AI. And there are like more than 35 use cases which are pre-infused into a Microsoft ERP. And along with AI, there's a lot of analytic intelligence available into an ERP. The ERP comes with 100 plus dashboards in terms of finance, in terms of your production, in terms of your capacity analysis, in terms of your raw material analysis, in terms of your inventory analysis, in terms of your material forecasting, your customer satisfactions, your vendor quality and vendor performance. So there will be hundreds of dashboards also available along with AI and analytics.
And Microsoft is keep on adding new functionalities to it. So product evolve हो रहा है नए functionalities के साथ. जो base product है वो तो है ही है, उसके अलावा भी it is evolving. Paul, there are two more questions. I think how the ERP support equipment performance monitoring guaranteed versus actual.
So, Adarshi, so in terms of what is guaranteed or what is planned, that we will define into our capacity plan, routing plan, and our recipes. So, like how much time a particular equipment is required to produce a certain recipes, what is the runtime for that particular equipment, what is the energy consumption, all those standards will be maintained into the ERP. And then we can also support your PLC and SCADA integrations from your equipment to an ERP where we will be recording our actuals in terms of like what is standard, what is actual, and what is variance. Harsh, is there any support for demand forecasting integration with oil marketing companies? Like demand forecasting, there will be a lot of data element that we use for demand forecasting. By default, there's no direct integration with the oil marketing companies, but we can always bring that particular integration layer, or we can also upload some data for that particular demand forecasting factors. So we need to first understand the factors, like what all factors we need to consider basis on to the oil marketing company in terms of their sale, in terms of their growth, like what all factors we need to bring in, and basis on that we can bring that into our forecast.
Pahul ji, this is Rajiv Pal from Crux Bioethanol India Private Limited.
हाँ जी
सर, मैं ये जानना चाहता हूँ कि हमारा HRM भी इंटीग्रेट हो जाएगा आपके सिस्टम के साथ?
हाँ जी राजीव जी, बाय डिफॉल्ट माइक्रोसॉफ्ट डजंट प्रोवाइड द HRM सोल्यूशन. अगर आप कोई HRM सोल्यूशन यूज कर रहे हैं तो उसका पूरा का पूरा फाइनेंशियल इंटीग्रेशन माइक्रोसॉफ्ट डायनामिक्स के साथ हो जाएगा. सो यू कैन हैव अ वन सिंगल फाइनेंस बुक. So your salary will be calculated in your financial system, and your salary payables will recorded into Microsoft ERP, and then your payments to your employees, all their impressed, all their salary payments will be taken care into the financial system.
Nice.
राहुल जी,
सैलरीज
गेट का क्यू मैनेजमेंट का कोई सिस्टम है आप लोगों के पास में?
सॉरी आरिफ जी, दोबारा बोलिए.
प्लांट पे जो व्हीकल्स आती है तो क्या होता है, क्योंकि नंबर्सली वो एक क्यू में आनी चाहिए प्रॉपरली, ताकि जो बंदा पहले रिपोर्टिंग करे प्लांट के गेट पर आकर, उसके पहले एंट्री होना चाहिए प्लांट में. तो इसके लिए कोई मैनेजमेंट सिस्टम है?
सो आरिफ जी, हमारे पे गेट एंट्री का सिस्टम है, बट उस गेट एंट्री सिस्टम को हम आपके क्या कहते हैं, अगर आपके पास NPR नंबर प्लेट रीडर कैमराज हैं उनके साथ इंटीग्रेट कर सकते हैं, जहां पे वी हैव अ क्लियर आइडेंटिफिकेशन कि कौन सा व्हीकल पहले एंटर हुआ था और उसका क्या उसका क्यू मैकेनिज्म है. सो वी कैन डू दैट.
ओके.
Paul, there are two more questions. In the ERP system, can we configure raw material management in such a way that it is automatically tracked opening stock consumption, closing balance, and generates alerts when the inventory drops below minimum level or deviates from expected consumption? To answer, yes.
Priyanka ji, yes, we can do that. So we can handle that at two layers. So one is we do a complete material requirement planning into an ERP. So ERP support complete material requirement planning based on to your demand forecast. It will optimally and in advance define what raw material is required at what stages it required, and what is my inventory availability at a certain period depending on to my orders in hand, depending my forecast, depending my purchases in hand, depending my all my job works or my production in processes in place. And it will also consider all the economic order quantities in terms of minimal level, next level, reorder quantities, safety stocks, your lead times. It will consider all that. First, it will give you alert at that stage, and then we
पूछेगा सर वो.
I'll go ahead.
We can also we have alerts in terms of like what are going out of stock, what materials are going below certain EOQ levels, where you can convert those into a purchase orders or your production orders.
There's a question Mr. Sanpreet has asked, how can we bring down the production cost using the solution?
So, Sanpreet ji, there will be a multiple angles to it. Like if we optimize into our raw material cost by saving our pilferages, we always have an opportunity to optimize our cost of inventory by bringing a right product in right time by reducing our storage cost. We can also optimize our production cost by bringing our efficiency into our manpower, into our equipments, into our energy consumptions. So all those factors will bring a overall reduction into your cost of production.
Mr. Haroon has a question. Can Dynamics 365 generate auto quality and quantity
Yeah,
debit notes in case.
We support that. So like whatever the raw material which you reject, it will automatically create a debit note and adjust with your invoice. So yes, that feature is available.
So any other questions from the member side? So since there is no more
Yeah,
question,
this is Harun here.
okay, sir. Please continue, sir. Please continue. One more question, sir.
So,
That's okay.
yeah, what is the specific functionality that can be used where we can generate the auto quality and quantity debit note in case of inferior quality?
So
how will that happen, and which transaction to be used?
So Harunji, we have a process where we call it as a complete quality control management process we have. So once you, so there's a while receiving a material, you will define which particular material you require a quality specification and what specification you need to check. So let's say when you are receiving a material and you have certain specification, your quality lab will define those specification into the system, and basis onto the parameter which was captured by your quality lab, those parameter will define basis onto your standard if this particular product is compromising the quality or not compromising the quality. If it is compromising the quality, we can reject that particular material. That material will be moved to our quarantine warehouse where that material won't be used. Now it's a management decision. Management want to return that particular material. Management want to dispose that particular material. Basis on that particular decision, system will generate either a return order along with a debit note or only a debit note to your supplier.
Yeah, that could be for the quantity part. In the quality part, so suppose if we have defined a particular range, maybe for starch for a particular raw material, that is maize or rice, and if it is going beyond below the accepted level, so MSD can give us that this is going between the tolerance limit. But if it is below the tolerance limit, in that case, X amount to be deducted or to be charged to the vendor, where we can raise a debit note. And will that be an auto functionality or we have to do it manually?
So in that case, we also support differential invoicing. So let's say your starch, let's say allowed, it is below the allowed percentage, then you can define up basically a different stages or different factors to it. Like if it is below 10%, then this is the amount deduction. If it is below 20%, then this is the amount deduction. If it is below 30, then this is the amount deduction. So you can define that. Then we can do the price reversal into the same invoice, or we can create an additional debit note. So both the functionalities are available.
This is part of standard offering, or is it a customized part?
So Harunji, quality module is that as an organization that we have defined and designed specifically for our process manufacturing industry. So we use this module in a lot of our food manufacturing industry where there's a lot of these kind of scenarios are there.
So basically a customized part.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Pahul, there is a query from Mr. Rajiv. Mr. Rajiv, can you please unmute yourself and ask? Rajiv Palji from Crux.
पाहुल जी, ये जो सिस्टम है, ये सिस्टम विदाउट इंटरनेट रन हो जाएगा सिस्टम?
नहीं
राजीव जी, आज जिस एज के अंदर हैं हम, उस एज में डेटा एंड इंटरनेट इज द प्राइमरी थिंग. सो इंटरनेट के बिना तो सर आजकल आप मतलब कम्युनिकेट भी नहीं कर पाते हैं, व्हाट्सएप भी नहीं चलता है. तो इंटरनेट तो मैंडेटरी है सर इसके लिए. बट हाँ, इसका सिस्टम
साइट ऐसी है लोकेशन. जी.
बट लेकिन व्हाट Pahul was saying कि बहुत बेसिक.
सर इसका जो इंटरनेट का फुटप्रिंट है काफी लो है. इट्स अ वेब बेस्ड एप्लीकेशन पूरा का पूरा. तो अगर हमारे पे किसी फैक्ट्री के अंदर मतलब if you are not having a broadband
Wi-Fi
connection available or the last mile wired connection available, it also support GPRS and GSM connection also.
4G कनेक्टिविटी पे बहुत आराम से चलता है।
राहुल जी, व्हाट्सएप एपीआई इंटीग्रेशन और वेबब्रिज का इंटीग्रेशन ये पॉसिबल है ना इसमें?
हाँ
हाँ
जी।
जी।
और वेंडर पोर्टल के लिए क्या ऑप्शंस है, ताकि वेंडर लोग अपना जो भी पेंडिंग उनका पीओज है और उनका जो भी पेमेंट पेंडिंग है उनका लेजर ये लोग वो लोग देख सके?
सर आर्य जी, वेंडर कोलैबोरेशंस के लिए मतलब माइक्रोसॉफ्ट का अपना भी टूल है और हमारा एक कस्टम टूल भी है टू ऑप्टिमाइज ऑन टू द लाइसेंस कॉस्ट। सो वो टूल हम यूज कर सकते हैं। उसके अंदर आप वेंडर को कोटेशन भेज सकते हैं, वेंडर उस कोटेशन पे रिस्पॉन्स कर सकते हैं, वेंडर को आप पीओ भेज सकते हैं, वेंडर उन पीओस के ऊपर एक्सेप्टेंस एंड कंफर्मेशन दे सकते हैं, वेंडर अपना शिपमेंट नोटिफिकेशन आपको दे सकते हैं, वेंडर अपना लेजर चेक कर सकते हैं, अपनी इनवॉइसिंग का स्टेटस चेक कर सकते हैं।
और एक चीज था, क्यूसी के हम लोगों ने जो पैरामीटर डिसाइड किए हैं,
हाँ,
अगर उसके पैरामीटर्स के ऊपर भी स्टार्च मॉइस्चर या जो भी रहता है तो ऑटो डेबिट नोट का क्या ऑप्शन है?
सर ऑटो डेबिट नोट के ऊपर हम सिस्टम के अंदर डिफाइन कर सकते हैं कि मेरी इस स्टेज अगर मेरा स्टार्च 10% से कम है या 15% से कम है या जो भी आपकी लिमिट है उससे 10% कम है तो मेरा मतलब 2 रुपए का डिडक्शन होगा, 5 रुपए का डिडक्शन होगा, 10 रुपए का डिडक्शन होगा, 20% से कम है तो 50 रुपए का डिडक्शन होगा। सो यू कैन डिफाइन दैट एंड बेसिस ऑन दैट सिस्टम या तो उस प्राइस को चेंज कर देता है सेम इनवॉइस में या फिर एक अलग से डेबिट नोट रेज कर देता है। दोनों ऑप्शन हमारे पास अवेलेबल है।
ठीक है सर, थैंक यू।
One question in continuation of the quantity rejection. So suppose if we have raised a purchase order of 100 tons and the vendor has supplied 90 tons and now the next new vehicle has come in for 20 tons and that is also rejected. Now, can the vendor supply 10 more tons and will that be adjusted in the same PO or we need to amend the PO for the additional quantity?
हमारे पे ऑप्शन अवेलेबल है, वी कैन डिफाइन टॉलरेंस। पीओ पे हम टॉलरेंस डिफाइन कर सकते हैं कि मतलब आपका 100 टन का पीओ है तो उसके ऊपर 10% की टॉलरेंस है, 15% की टॉलरेंस है, 20% की टॉलरेंस है। हम आइटम वाइज सप्लायर वाइज टॉलरेंस डिफाइन कर सकते हैं कि किस सप्लायर से और किस आइटम पे कितनी टॉलरेंस हमारे पे अवेलेबल है, तो उसके बेसिस के ऊपर हम एडिशनल क्वांटिटी रिसीव कर सकते हैं सेम पीओ में।
Yeah, tolerance is fine. We want like above the tolerance. So उसने 10% का tolerance दिया है, लेकिन if the material is supplied maybe 40 tons, then and 40 tons is rejected. So will the vendor supply 140 tons and that 40 tons which was returned, which was rejected, will that get accounted for?
हरुण जी, बाय डिफॉल्ट सिस्टम में नहीं है। डिफॉल्ट आपका केस समझ रहा हूं मैं, वो डिफॉल्ट सिस्टम में नहीं है, बट दैट कैन बी कस्टमाइज्ड।
But the solution is short closing is a solution.
No, Sandam, short closing is not a solution for that. So what they're trying to say, let's say 100 टन का मेरा पीओ था, वेंडर ने 100 मतलब पहले 100 टन भेजा जिसमें 40 टन रिजेक्ट हो गया, तो उसने दोबारा 40 टन भेजा, तो हमने 100 टन ही रिसीव किया और उसके बाद 40 टन और रिसीव किया, तो हम 140 टन रिसीव कर रहे हैं, बट मेरा टॉलरेंस लेट्स से 10% है, 110 की मैं रिसीव कर सकता हूँ एडिशनल। तो हरुण जी वो पॉसिबिलिटी है, डिफॉल्ट सिस्टम में नहीं है, बट एक छोटा सा चेक है दैट वी कैन मैनेज इट।
ओके,
Paul, दो queries हैं, although one I tried to answer. Do ERP system provide an alert system for raw material requirement based on future production schedules or demand? And
Yes.
do ERP system highlight bottleneck process to optimize output?
So if you're talking about first query in terms of production schedule and demand, yes, yeah, we have a complete MRP MPS based planning system where based on your forecast, based on your blanket orders or bulk orders or your orders in hand, we can do the complete planning in terms of what is available in inventory, what you need to produce, what semi-finish you need to produce, what is the capacity planning, how much you can produce, by what time you can produce. what is your availability to promise and what is your capability to promise, and what raw material is required, what are the lead time to procure those raw materials. All those factors will be considered in the planning. What is the next question? Do ERP system highlight bottleneck process to optimize output? To a certain extent, yes. So we can where we can identify and define like what all processes that are required, what are the sequential process, what are the parallel process for a particular output or production, and like which particular process is taking expected time more than expected time, in terms of like if a particular process is not there's a idle capacity or there's an over capacity manpower issues, so all those things will be visible into the system.
In the interest of time, I think you can drop in more queries. I've just shared a email link and a number onto the chat, and we would be happy to answer them or have individual discussions as one-on-one. I hope that's fine.
Yeah. So let us conclude the webinar. So we are very thankful to Mr. Pahul Gupta sir and Mr. Sandhav Mona sir as a valuable knowledge partner. Please accept a token of appreciation from GEMA. Thank you once again. Thank you for your valuable time and participation, sir.
Thanks,
Thank
Mr.
you.
Rekha. Thanks, everyone. It's a pleasure
Thank you,
talking to you
everyone.
all, and we'll hope to connect soon. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you.